I finally have a little bit of time. Oh man, we got some remix going on. Is this Spring Love? This is like my song. This is one of my faves. Just to kind of give you guys a little bit of good energy. You know, if you guys are having a gloomy day, try to be positive today. All right, guys. All right, enough of that. I'm sure you can get your own music. So I'm only going to make a short live today. I know I said I was going to come on live probably yesterday, the day before, but some of us needed to get our sleep on, guys, and do some studying and other things outside of work, right? I'm doing my research, and when I have time, I just throw up a couple of shorts for you guys. At least you can tell that I'm still adding to the discussion. I'm being a diligent student and mentor as well. And I've been putting some things into action because if you want something done right, you best be able to do it yourself, right? Especially if you're gonna, kind of encourage others to do it or whatever, right? I try to move in my own lane. Everyone's talking about Hollywood. We all know that shit is just like smoke and mirrors. But as far as how I help with like status correction too, there was a process. I put up a little bit of that short. I actually sent something to Miss Yellen, right? Yellen is still in a position, right, at the Treasury. So registered mail is really good because it has like a better chain of commands. And, I did one of the certificate processes, and I did a Form 56. So there's a certain way you got to fill it out. So I'm going to see how that presents itself. I did it a new way. There were different methods, but I can only like take advice or listen for so long. I actually have to put it into play. And that's how you have to be too, right? I'm a doer, not just a viewer. I can't be a viewer. I am a doer, right? So I learned the steps and I put out a packet today. So, I'll see the different correspondences I get. And, just like me, they are public officials. You can literally write to them yourself. If you have a question on a process that's being presented, or if anyone's teaching a certain thing, right? You can put your own correspondence together. A lot of times you will get responses. Hi, guys. It's been a couple of days. How are you? You are bored. Oh, John Smith. Okay there, Agent Smith. You're boring me with your presence with a name like John. Are you kidding me? Did your mother even try to come up with anything positive? That's fine. It's like, whatever. I'm boring. Well, because I tried to educate. I'm not here to be your personal entertainment, sir. That's why I take a few days, because the trolls are exhausting. And I do things that are actually educational, right? So that's why I put it on my Patreon. I put it on some of my shorts, guys. And, my email too, dia-@yahoo.com, okay? So I do give you guys my email if you have questions. If you want to hit up the Cash App, don't be shy, Diana Dash on Cash App if you got questions, because on my days off, instead of bullshitting, I'm actually educating myself and using myself as an example to see, what works, what don't work before I come on and start teaching some of you guys, sharing some of the tips. So I just did that today. I just sent out a registered mail packet with the certificate of live birth. For those who say it's boring, you're trying to dissuade others from learning such things because you are an Agent Smith like the Matrix. And, you don't want people to wake up. So I have to be behind the scenes tinkering with some of the stuff. I'll probably pull over so I can read some of this before I go in. Hi everybody. I hope your day's going amazing, everybody. Yes, I slept in yesterday. I had a couple of paid time off, so it felt good to sleep and get paid for it too. That's why I feel like I'm really refreshed. That's all you need to do sometimes. I think I slept like 11 hours yesterday. I'm like, that is amazing. People, don't even have time to sleep as much as they need to. So show us the city you want to see. There you go. There ain't not much to see here where I am. Just in traffic. I just got myself my mineral water. A nod to House Castile. I'm always supporting. So good. I got my cafe. That's what we call it out here. Cafe, the coffee. I went to the post office. So today, yeah, some of my days can be pretty chill, but that's good though. That means no drama. I tried to listen to a couple of podcasts this morning, and some of them made me laugh. I like a couple of channels. I watched a little bit of that Kevro University. He makes me laugh. Shout out to you, Kevin. You do make me laugh. You are educational. So it's nice to see people in my age group doing, similar stuff and teaching the people. He's on the West Coast. He's a little bit more likable than some of the other ones that I watched, because some of them got real, competitive and nasty and, dark. So I was like, all right, I'm good with those, right? But he seems like he's cool. Show us the glove compartment. You want to see? There ain't nothing there. It's just a bunch of junk. Oh, I got some perfume. Paper towels, usually. This was because my necklace was in here. Yeah, no bad things. I actually need to clean it, guys. I'm a hot mess in there. I know. I gotta clean it. See? You want to see all my... It's all papers and stuff. More perfume. Amarol. A little bit of that. That's pretty good, right? Can you see? Junk. I know. I gotta clean my car. Name a car for an edit. Well, the name of my car is Lola. Can you see me? Am I stuck? Did I get stuck? Sometimes this thing likes to act up. Yeah, there we go. I know, it likes to freeze. It's so annoying. I'm going to have to pull over near my tree, near my spot. Yeah, I try to keep some of it private. This is a part of town. There's like a lot of historical houses. It's beautiful little areas. I'm definitely happier where I'm at. How's your day, everyone? So can I be a moderator? Well, if you're here long enough, dear, it has to be more than... Oh, there goes the popo. Yes. So, yeah, if you're here a couple of times and I see that, you're about my channel, then sure, yeah. Definitely, I'll consider you being a moderator. What other channels do you watch, dear? Are you a moderator back? It's been doing that a lot. I think because, like, the battery's getting low. But, yeah, if I see that you're here enough, definitely. And, you're going to learn some things. If you on to my prior videos, you'll see that I range from different topics to like current events. I've already did a lot of the conspiracy stuff. A lot of people now, it's like P. Diddy. It's like a lot of us already like talked about that, and we got the side eye. This freaking piece of shit did not, he just like jumped out. So lucky that I pay attention. That's just how the world works sometimes. I did a lot of videos like that, guys, going into like exposing Hollywood and all of that. It kind of ran its course and it just got old, but we know that that's like a really dark world. I'm letting everybody else go ahead, dear. I don't know. People don't know if they want to let me go, if they want to go. I'm just trying not to get hit. I just got a new tire the other day, so it's like, yep. I'm like not taking any chances. People, yeah, you know how it is. Yeah, before someone just like jumped out and I was like, okay there. So if you're not paying attention, yeah, but I'm always paying attention, even if people think I'm not. And I do my best work when I'm multitasking. So I'm going to pull over just a little bit so I can read some of the stuff, because I'm close to my spot and I don't want my coffee to get cold, so I'm not doing this too long. I just want to come on because usually I work so much and I'm like so tired. And I'm like, oh, well, I have a little bit of time today. Let me see what the people are talking about. But yeah, a lot of them are talking about how dark it can be, and how people just end up dropping dead and all these crazy things. So we already know there's like bad energy. So, I try to move away from certain circles, but I'm like, I am staying in my own lane, trying to get people to level up. We talk about holistic medicine. We could talk about, different tips that can help you guys out. If you guys, have a certain topic you're interested in, I don't mind chewing on it a little bit. But just to keep talking about the same stuff, it's like it's too much, because half of what they do is so sketchy. Never mind trying to like have it in your mind all day long. Like, I just can't do it. But I do report on what I see that is, dysfunctional, if I see anything. But if you go to my earlier videos, you're going to see like the quotes I said, and, people in Hollywood talking about it. So you shouldn't be surprised, right? So be careful, like looking up to those people, because you don't know what they do in their backyard. And a lot of us were raised listening to that stuff. We thought they were like all cool and everything, but the closer that you look at it, it's not cool. And you can be cool just doing your own thing, using your own talents, Oh, thank you, I guess, right? By at least who this will stop. Come on, phone, come on. Don't watch porn. Stay away from, I guess, stuff that's going to make you think about it too much, I suppose. But, it's okay to date and, have those feelings with the right person, of course, right? But, if you have a spirit that, I guess, if that's all you think about, then yeah, I would work on it, right? And it doesn't, and I heard someone say in a relationship or whatever, I think they were trying to overflex. They were like, oh, when I was with my ex, we were doing it this many times of the day. And I was like, that's not even normal. You don't gotta, if anything, that would actually wear it out. Like, how do you have time to do anything else and be functional? And that doesn't dictate if you're going to be together a long time, because they're currently not even together, right? Exactly. So yeah, game world. Who are you talking about? Yourself? I know sometimes I'm going to get the trolls, and it just depends on like the triggers that I get, because it could be the topics. And yeah, that says more about you than it does about me, Is this Taylor Swift? Is your mother? Do I look anything like her? That's funny. Well, on my channel, we actually talk about, status correction. I kind of am a whistleblower. I kind of call out, freaking people who are a demon time, you demons out there, you narcissists. And of course, some of them are going to come on because they need the attention, right? They're not going to get the attention elsewhere, right? So some of us, especially as a woman, it just comes across where they think that you're easy prey until, they realize that you're stronger than you look. So it ain't nothing. And of course, I'm going to get my fans too. It's almost like they need that verbal thrashing. Like, where is Dia to tell me about myself and to, shut me down? Like, they kind of need it. They think it's cute somehow. I've had that, where people think that's cute. I don't know. Maybe. And I seen a really quote today about love. It says how like love does not dominate, it cultivates. And I'm like, that is so true, because everyone's thinking about dominating each other. It's like, I try to cultivate people's minds. I give you guys a little bit of my time. I don't have to. I could just rest up. It's so much easier just to pour into me and doing my studying, where I apply some of the principles that I learned for myself. I don't gotta like share with anyone else. I don't have to care with anyone else, right? And I'm like, let me try just a little bit to, kind of, spread a little bit of joy and agape love. And it's like, people don't want that. Sometimes they'll bait you, so you get discouraged and you don't even do it. But I'm going to continue to come on, because there are those who do appreciate it, So it's fine. Why don't you, though? You're the one that's on my channel. That's what I'm saying. So you're obviously the thirsty one of people being... I know. It's really stupid. This is a classic example. Yeah, okay. Well, anyways, guys, I did some of my status correction, and there is nobody but her but you. Maybe you should stop playing with your ass too much, right? I was going into endorsing the birth certificate. These are certain things that don't need to be shared, and that's why I usually do it behind the scenes. And the topic really is, if you want something done right, sometimes you got to do it yourself, right? You really got to put it into practice. You can't just be like clowning when someone else is doing it, but you've never done it before. You've actually have to like, put it into play, right? So instead of like spending my time, worry about what everybody else is doing, I try to move in a way where I can help others. Hey guys, how are you? But that's fine if you don't believe in it. Or, I'm not asking you to. It's about educating yourself. There's a lot of people who are in it. Let me see. Really? Well, maybe you do have that spirit of perversion. Is that what I attract? A lot of you guys that really just need a kick in your balls. That's all you need. If you got kicked in the balls enough time, you wouldn't even think about sex, period, point blank, period. And you should be looked at as a sex offender. And that's why, I bring out that spirit, because there is a lot of freaking pigs out there, and I don't need to go calling a man to do it. I'd smack the shit out of you myself, and I enjoy it because you need it, right? Really sad. You needs to be quiet. Shut. This is where you toxic assholes. This is really funny. Just because I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff with you guys, you see? Right? That's what I'm saying. If you want something right, do it yourself. And I try to like read to the public. I try to tell you guys like to help with your paperwork. But not you guys specifically. And this goes to show it's probably people from other people's channels trying to like stalk my channel, so it ain't nothing. And yeah, I'm going to be aggressive to assholes because that's the only type of energy, guys, you deserve. You're not, I'm not going to sit here and spar with people that wish they can have my attention for just 5 minutes. That's why I usually do pre-records, or I let my people know when I'm going to be on, so I'll have my moderators on here. So why are you looking for my attention so bad? Yeah, I'm not going to give you a shout out. I'm not going to say anything. These are bots with no face, no anything. And some of us actually show and prove, and we stand by what we say. We're actually living beings, and we get treated as such. We don't get treated like, a freaking object, because that's what you are. So that's how you look at other women. Okay, and that's why you probably don't have one, and here you are. Okay, really demonic, and you probably support losers like Puff Daddy and the rest of them, and how they degrade and shame women. Okay, and that's why you have to just come on here where no one can touch you and smack the shit out of you, right? So it's like really pathetic. Why don't you go talk like that to your mother, if you even talk to your mother? Right? Pathetic. Especially since the kind of content that I share on here, that's actually really helpful. Yeah, they like to shame people who don't get triggered or who won't be used as their victim. Like, these are the people looking for a victim, but then they get victimized because you thought wrong. Okay? And actually, I'm an advocate for victims, and I actually help them find their voice. I help them with court proceedings if they needed, an advocate if they needed. So of course, the ones who support like abusing women and being shitheads and don't even know how to talk to one, this is like going into a classroom, or what, you would go into a lecture and you would just stop mouthing off shit. Well, you'd be kicked out immediately. Shouldn't even be like in certain spaces, but because I allowed you, right, by doing a live, I could have just did a pre-record. That don't mean you can just abuse the privilege, because other people are gonna see, look at this freaking dumbass, right? Look at this shit for brains who is not even worth a name. Look how they're behaving. So then I just say, okay, no problem, guys. For my real supporters, I'm going to put a how-to step-by-step of how I did the Form 56, okay? How I attach the certificate of live birth. So for those with an actual brain that we follow in the same circles, or if you guys have, watch any of those teaching law and all of that stuff, look at me as like a law counsel, okay? So have some damn respect, because I don't come on here just talking out of my ass like half of you guys are doing, right? I actually try to bring value to my videos. But when I see that the people that showed up are on some demon time or disrespect, it just depends on the crew, right? Because I do get those who do appreciate it, and then when I see there's some of those in the room, I'll do it. But if I got the trolls, I'm like, nah. I'll do a step-by-step, and I'll do it as a digital download on my Patreon, like how I filled out the paperwork, how doing that process can actually help those set off their debts. You probably don't know anything about history or the monetary system. You're too busy looking for whatever, your dopamine fix. And that's the problem, right? But this is not that type of channel. You obviously got it wrong. I bet you do, Joey Joe. How do I get to feeling that that's something that you would do, though, right? Mm-hmm. Right? That's something that you would do. I know. Yep, and you too. With names like that. And you're from the UK, you're not representing the UK very well. Mm-hmm. Well, if anything, you're giving me a big head because you're obviously over here. You're the one that's really thirsty. Okay? I know. Wow, that's really weird. Mm-hmm. Well, you're still giving my channel views, so that's totally fine. So, you just keep it up. It's still engagement. So on my Patreon, I have my True North, and we go into the step-by-steps. And for all those who actually want the help, and that's why with that type of attitude, that's why I don't just help whoever. And I take my clients really carefully, because a lot of people deserve a lot of the legal problems that they have, a lot of the financial problems that they have, right? So why am I going to just teach free, law solutions to just anyone? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to help people that shouldn't, get this type of righteous knowledge just so they can empower themselves and be total creeps on here. I don't entertain unclean spirits. I don't entertain, go back on my community tab. You need to look up that picture with the dead frog. You think you can underestimate me, you be freaking roadkill. And that's it, because I let God, avenge my cause. I don't need to sit and argue with freaking, dusties, as they're called, dust mites. I don't need to do that. No. So, yep. Thank you for all those who, yeah, not a chance in hell, dear. Not even if hell froze over. Not even, nope. Sorry. The only ones I would entertain actually put the work and actually acted with respect. So I guess you're going to be alone for a long time. Rightly so. Rightly so. Right. I'm trying to be positive. That's why I take a few days off, but I'm going to do a step-by-step with this procedure. I sent it out registered mail, guys. We go over the steps to authenticate the bond, which is your birth certificate, how to take ownership and to use that, and to assign the treasury as the fiduciary to help you set off some of the bills, right? So it does go into the step-by-step how you would fill it out. So I'm going to do that, scan the copies that I made, maybe just make an hour or two, like a digital download. If that's something that you guys are interested in, you can do a small donation for that. That way it's okay, a class forum, it'll be a pre-record, because when I do try to do educational, I can't really do them all on lives because it gets distracting, and I'm not getting, my subscribers that it's meant for viewing it, because a lot of times people will come on your channel that are not even subscribed, right? And so you'll get a lot of watch hours that way too. But I have a lot of great content. I give you guys a lot of ways that you can heal yourself naturally. We go into nutritional remedies. I'm a sort of a nature path as well. So, I help you guys be healthy in that way and take control of your health. And I do waivers too for all those who don't agree with being vaccinated. So I've been shadow banned. I've been trying to be that so-called Trinity in the movie Matrix, trying to get you, sleepwalkers to wake the hell up. But sometimes when you do that, guys, you're gonna tempt the dark side. They're gonna get pissed off at you, right? A lot of people are gonna slander you and make all. That's why I give you guys an opportunity to get to know the real me, and hopefully attract those who can see that I'm doing this for the right reasons and that I care about you guys, because it's not easy. It's not dealing with it, I'm gonna get popular sometimes because of some of the people that I attract. But you got people on here. You can have girls on here smashing and trashing, other girls' names and talking shit, trying to appease to the guys, and they're gonna get a lot of views. I don't agree with doing that. I support women and I support righteous men, but we do know there is a lot of wicked people in this world. You're seeing it more and more on the news. Let's not be funny about it. So I think it's very inappropriate, especially around this time when all this stuff's coming out, that people go out of their way to try to openly harass women online. Like, other people can see you. It's easy to take a screenshot. It's easy to report those type of deals, right? And I'm a strong woman, but it gets to a point, it's like, is that the bane of your existence? Is, oh, I'm gonna try to diss this girl so she can get my attention because I can't do it in a positive way. I mean, right there, it just makes a lot of us, and then you call a lot of us snobs, rightly so. And a lot of women, they're going to continue to move like that and be really careful. And that's why on my profile pic, you're looking at me and I'm giving you the side eye, like that's my profile pic, because that's how I'm looking at this world, just giving everyone a damn side eye, because trying to move right, you're still going to attract morons like that. It's like, are you freaking nuts? Are you nuts? Do you have a private jet? These are like the dumb questions I get. She is what? What is that even supposed to mean? So dumb. People need to grow up. I know. This is like baby D energy for sure. Shrimp energy. That's why I'm going to start wearing my pinky ring. And I'm going to go like this for a shrimp. Because this is the type of energy you give me. Like this. Like I gotta pick on this girl. I gotta pick on this woman so I can feel like a man today, right? I hope that you enjoyed my energy, even though it's like positive. I try to shine bright like a diamond. I hope that you enjoyed it, right? Because obviously they come out from under the underground, right? Just to be seen, right? Doesn't matter. But I appreciate the positive ones. But I want to do the step by step. I think it'd be really cool. I just sent it out. It was $25 to do registered mail. And it's very important. This is the private side of the government. Did you not know? Some of us can be diplomatic authorized representatives, right? So you get like your little registered number. These are all like account numbers too. So you got to make sure you're diligent. But I just sent the Secretary of the Treasury a packet, which when you become at the age of majority, this is stuff you're supposed to do to show that you're competent, because if you don't do it, they're just going to look at it like you abandoned your own estate. And that's the problem. A lot of people, they want to just live on the dark side and think about stupid shit so they can go their whole lifetime, guys. Imagine that, your whole lifetime, and never learn about this shit. And then look at us like we're weird. It's like, you got all the chances to learn, guys. God sent all the messengers he could, right? To try to get you guys to think about the right things. And when you continue to have your head in the gutter, and then when the shit don't go right, don't act surprised like you weren't warned, right? And then you're going to move in circles, right, that you shouldn't be, and everyone wants to look at life like a party all the time, right? Then you're going to move in the dark circles, like you see on the news and stuff, right? Because, there's only two paths you can go on. So some people, they need that adrenaline. They only know like negative stimulation, but be careful what you wish for. I'm here trying to arm you guys with the tools to mitigate that in your life, to protect yourself. But, only those who get it will get it. And I try to give my shout outs to others. There's been a lot of great channels, Logic Before Authority, Days of Noah. That's another channel that I started watching. Just the past year or two, there's been really great content creators, but a lot of people, I don't know if you guys are coming over here from other platforms and you think it's on some bullshit. We don't appreciate you guys kind of like devaluing it with that, because it was for the so-called conscious community. right? Not just for shits and giggles, right? But you can make your own channel and just talk about nothing if it's that important, right? Mm-hmm. I'll buy a ticket to the movie if it's good. Okay. All right, Karen, you have a question? Any good questions? Give me a trailer of the product. A trailer. I know. Somebody want to play me in the... Yeah, we're going to make a movie and somebody can play me, right? What kind of movie would it be, right? The Matrix, part 20. We should make this like Channel 7. I should have my own channel over here, right? Channel 7. This is going to be that, right? I don't get into political debates. Obviously, you're not conscious. Conscious meaning like you can see outside of the artificial political construct, like outside of what you learned in public school, outside of what your family taught you. Like, can you learn outside of the parameters that were placed before you? Do you seek deeper truths? Do you research? That's why on my channel I did such things. On my days off, that's what I do. I try to cultivate my mind. That's why I have things to talk about that a lot of people don't always hear about until they do their own research. I try to stimulate your thought patterns, right? I put up, different laws. I'll put up clips. I try to do it in my own educational way. Everybody has a different teaching style, but to give you something of value, and you have to look up a little bit of, your straw man, correcting your political status. If you don't understand what that is between a U.S. citizen, American national, maybe you got to start there. But I did a packet, and there's forms that you're supposed to fill out. That way you can be more in control of your finances. There's been fraud that's been perpetuated, but if you're locked in where anything outside of what you were told is just a conspiracy theory, then you're not meant to look at it. It's not meant for you, right? Everyone thinks I want to have this special ability to look at things deeper, or what would I do if I had such ability? Most people probably wouldn't do much with it. Some people would probably go insane because to know these type of deals and then just to be able to function in everyday society and keep a lot of it to yourself and just quietly do the work, this takes a level of fortitude. You know what I mean? Like, be in the world but not of the world. That's what the Bible tells us, and that's what it means, right? I got a text. Anything good? Oh, I'm getting comments. Come to Turkey. I heard Turkey was really nice. I had a couple of Turkish students that came to work at my job, and most people think, oh, they're hurting so hard they have to come here. They show me pictures of where they lived. It was better than their accommodations here. I'm like, oh my gosh, it was actually just for the experience. They were actually taking a step down coming here compared to how they were living. I was like, it was gorgeous where they lived, and they lived like they were rich, and when they came here, they're actually getting paid less than the Americans. I'm like, it must be just for the experience of it, I guess. Oh, thanks. Are you against 007? What does that mean? It's just a movie. You're kind. Thank you. Where can I find the laws you have posted? Well, you can look up in the Constitution. You can look up the Lieber Code. The birth certificate is an insurance indemnity receipt, which is required under the Lieber Code and the Hague Convention. Okay, so this means that you are the subrogee. You need a Black's Law dictionary to learn some of this stuff. The insured party, and you're the priority creditor of your own estate holdings, right? But when you register, this creates a separate person. So when you see the date on your birth certificate that was a few days after your birth, this was a separate municipal entity that was created. So you have to look up the Uniform Commercial Code, United States Code, Constitution, everything's there. Your state constitution, everything's there. Look up the Hague Convention, and when you do your authentication, it's recommended doing it outside of the countries that are not part of the Hague Convention, so that it's outside of the jurisdiction of the United States. You got to read the Trading with the Enemy Act, knowing that the United States, of course, I'm outside, so got a little bit of the flies coming in. It's you need to be considering what the United States, what the word U.S. citizen is. It's not what you thought. Look up citizen of the United States. It's actually a franchise. It's a piece of property. And per the federal code, you can look up the diversity clause. Corporations are considered persons. So they kind of took you from your natural state and made you into a person, which is a legal entity that can be taxed, right? And back in the day, in the early days, people would be beside themselves with just 3% tax, right? Now people are getting taxed to death and don't even bat an eyelash, wonder why they can't even rub two nickels together. So people like me help you do like tax avoidance strategies, not tax evasion. A tax avoidance is a term that you will find in the Black's Law Dictionary, right? We talk about trust law. This is everything that's encompassing in America, but you're not taught this unless you went to a prestigious university or you were self-taught, okay? So that's funny. Yeah, is there a mark in here? That's funny. Thank you. You're 38. Hi, Angel. I have two trusts. Yeah, a lot of people that I talk to, they getting hip to it. And then you see all the benefits. So just stuff like that, just to help us like level up. That's the kind of stuff that I feel like that's worthy of talking about. I don't, you're going to have other channels on here. Sometimes we can talk about regular stuff too, but I like to do tutorials. I just sent out a packet I endorsed one of the bonds, and what you do is that you send it to the Treasury and you ask them to use that to set off any of the debts that come into the name of that person. So I've read books on the topic. I've did a lot of research. You can look up modern money mechanics, the creature from Jekyll Island. I just like knowing how the banking system works. What do the rich know? What do the elite know? What are the poor? Why, is the poor in the position that they're in? And, that way you can protect yourself, right? Nobody wants to be on the street, right? So I like to know everything I can just to protect myself. And this is stuff that, could help people out. But I like talking about regular stuff too, shooting the shit. How's your day, guys? And all that good stuff, right? Return to Jekyll Islands. What is that? I know, that's right. Yeah, but you're gonna get some people hating on it. A lot of people, you're gonna have like reverse, racists too. I do get a lot of so-called dark guys who hate on white women too. They try to pull an OJ on me. I'm like, go freaking F yourself. I've been so nice to so many groups. I've been sharing so many of my research with a lot of them and stuff. And sometimes they're still going to hate. So it's like, whatever, getting your feelings somewhere else. No one cares. Right. And that's why I don't just help whoever. And I don't get gaslit into just giving people whatever, because it's like a spiritual community. And some people, they'll pass notes to each other, like, if I like you and you have a good vibe, and I say, hey, if you ever want to, be a study buddy or whatever, meaning like if you have if you're working on something and I like your vibe and I have templates or anything that can help, I'll just shoot it over to you just on the strength of it. You can donate or not donate, it just depends. Some people did it for me just on the strength they liked my vibe. You know what I mean? So I've allocated things over the years and I share with those who appreciate it, right? So, yeah, if you guys want the step-by-step, I'm going to work on it, probably after work tomorrow. Probably take me a day or two to like put it together. If you have questions on anything that I'm doing, you can email me, Dia Dash, like the channel name, at yahoo.com. And my Cash App is Diana-7. So for a small donation of my time, I don't mind giving you like the rundown, because to me, yeah, we should have our own like noble society or, classified type of deal, because, sometimes people will, not have good intent, but they'll try to jack you for whatever you have. And it's like, I'm not dealing with that. If they can't exploit you one way, they'll try to do it another way. So that's why I'm just like, yeah, I'm not on these YouTube streets. Definitely not. right? Because I've been mistreated for so long. When I came on, if you look at my first few videos, I couldn't have been as sweet as I was. That's why I'm just like, yeah, I'm good. Definitely got to be tough on you women too. A lot of you guys like to come on here and teach and stuff, but you're gonna have guys who think that women shouldn't even have rights. So it's like, who, so they get really like beside themselves. So I don't let that ruin it for the ones who do support me and are uber sweet, because a lot of times I'm giving them a lot of notes that they're using on their channels too, and that's what it's all about, guys. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you for all the positive comments and content that you guys put out there. For all the other ones, eat shit and die is all I can say, right? What do we say in Portuguese? Eat shit and die, carai, right? Unapologetically, right? Sorry, not sorry, because there are wicked people. I put you guys on to that story of Susanna. Of course, it was in chapter 13 of the Apocrypha, and I was like, there's my name, my number 13 again. And she was doing her whatever, and she was still dealing with setup artists. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with people? I guess that's when you know you're doing something right, right? That you're gonna get the positive and the negative. But thank you too, guys. Love you guys so much. You guys are definitely my tribe. Stay tuned for more. Reach